Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to today's session on personal injury. We will be mainly recap our discussion in our last three sessions on personal injury and medical negligence. And today we will discuss the main points. And we have here with us Mr. Shanto Kumar Shaha, an experienced personal injury solicitor for uh, vast experience with vast experience in this sector. He's the principal solicitor as well as director of Avista Solicitors. Mr. Shaha, welcome to today's session.
Thank you, Joydev. Hope you are doing well.
Thank you. Uh, as we have already told that we will be recapping the discussion we have made so far in our last three sessions. So, if we start with the basic things, when we talk about personal injury, what does it mean? And then, what type of injury usually lead to a personal injury matter?
Okay, as you know, Joydev, personal injury, when somebody suffered personally injured, whether
Mhm,
at their workplace or at any public place or due to road traffic accident. So somebody owe a duty of care to the victim, and that's why they pursue the personal injury claim. This is the
mhm.
gist.
All right. And if we look at the procedural issue and the legal test, I mean, how do we prove that there is a personal injury claim
The
and whether there is
victim
a time limit?
The victim has to prove that their claim is non-fault. Somebody is responsible. Somebody is owe the duty of care to the victim,
Mhm,
and then only they can pursue the personal injury claim. And as we have last three sessions, we have discussed that whoever owe the duty of care, they have a duty to make the compensation to the victim. Okay.
mhm,
And as you can see that the victim has to pursue the claim within 3 years. This is the limitation period to pursue a personal injury claim, but there are some
mhm.
exceptions, and I believe we have already highlighted these issues in the past.
Okay. So, as an experienced solicitor, what type of personal injury claim do you get?
We mostly deal with road traffic accident matter,
Mhm,
claim against employer, claim against public body. We have discussed many things about the medical negligence. We don't want to repeat the same things again today,
mhm,
but mainly public liability claim and claim against employer and road traffic accident. Even though nowadays government has limited to make the road traffic accident claim mainly where the claim is above 10K, the value of the
mhm,
claim. But minor whiplash injury claims, they do not, encourage to involve with any solicitors. So any victim, they can pursue their claim by themselves.
mhm. Okay. So, when you're talking about a road traffic injury claim, uh, does that mean that private bodies or public bodies, for example, we have got bus service, tram service, train service, as well as we use private cars.
Any victim, regardless where they are traveling to,
Hmm.
when they suffered a non-fault accident, they have right to pursue the claim, no
Okay.
matter when, where they involve in accident. They have right to pursue the claim. That's why in this country, each and every vehicle is insured. End of the day, insurance company is paying the compensation to the victim, not
Hmm.
the body. However, there is a
Okay.
difference when the accident happened in a public place, like in a superstore
Hmm.
or in a park, public park, or someone occupying the premises and owned by the public body, that's the public body is responsible for that kind of personal injury claim.
Okay. So you have said that superstores, parks, and other things. So
Mhm.
I mean, we have seen people in the park who are running, walking every day, and we have
Mhm.
also seen people walking in the superstore aisles. So in what circumstance do you think that there may be a personal injury claim in those cases? For example, who is someone who is walking in the superstore or someone who is running in the park?
Okay, Jaydev, you definitely recall that we have settled one of the modest sum of money for a elderly victim, and
Mhm,
it is within our vicinity. The lady tripped just before entering into the Sainsbury.
mhm,
The surface was not very good. It was rough surface, and she tripped. And we pursue initially claim against Sainsbury. We identified they are not the genuine defendant. Then we pursued through the council. They have also denied, and we had to pursue the claim at the end against highway.
mhm.
Someone is responsible, like
Yeah.
all the public places, the park, whoever. If the local council failed to maintain the standard, and due to the rough surface or pothole, if anybody tripped and suffered injury, they have right to pursue the claim.
All right. I got it. So far, I mean, it is clear that if there is some form of physical injury because of the negligence of someone, then they might have a personal injury claim. Uh, what about psychological claim in where it is related to that personal
Okay,
injury?
end of the day, the victim has to prove that they have the genuine claim. Okay,
Hmm.
genuine claim means that their claim is honest. They suffered pain, suffering, loss of immunity, including with pain, suffering. What kind of? If it is psychological injury, that is also part of the total pain, suffering, loss of immunity, as well as they are
Hmm.
entitled to claim all the consequential loss. If they suffered any
Okay.
financial loss or loss of earning or expenses for the treatment, each and every item is recoverable.
Hmm. Okay. I mean, there is a misconception. I mean, we have seen some clients who have got injury. Probably there is a fault on their own as well, but which may not be genuine. But whenever they have got injury, they come to us and ask that whether they have got a claim. So, what do you advise? Do you take every single injury cases as personal injury case, or do you think that there might be some fraudulent case and then you advise the client?
Solicitors initially, they weight the claim. They don't take
Hmm.
every claim as the victim approach to them. They may assess the claim, and if they see that there is any form of dishonesty, they never
Hmm.
will take the case.
All right. So, my last question to you. What about the cost? I mean, we have discussed it, but for today's session, for completeness, I just want to ask because personal injury is a complex matter. Unless it is settled, it goes a long way. I mean, even before it's the settlement, sometimes we have seen that parties incur a lot of cost for the expert reports. So, how do you manage costs for in those cases?
Usually, every aspect of personal injury claim, it is dealt on a no-win, no-fee basis. Means
Hmm.
the victim doesn't have to pay any single penny to their solicitors.
Hmm.
And if they win the case, then solicitor recover their cost from the defendant, whether it is public body or employer or dependents insurance company, they will recover their cost. But for the victim, they need to be aware with the terms and conditions with the solicitors, that what percentage solicitors will be deducting from their total compensation. That is very
Mhm.
important. So I would say through you to all our audience that regardless of no in no fee, you should look into the agreement thoroughly and understand. If you do not understand, ask the question to your solicitor that how much they will be deducting from the total damages.
All right. I apologize, but this wasn't the last question. I have got another question for you, depending on because of your
Okay,
last
okay,
answer.
okay.
You have said employers, but we
Mhm.
rarely see employees come out and talk against their employers because they think that they might lose their job if they complain against the employer. How do you approach and advise in that regard?
Okay, again, I would say if any employee, existing employee, pursue a personal injury valid claim, and due
Hmm.
to that, if the employer terminate the employee, it is unlawful. So it means employee has double claim against the employer. One is for personal injury and one is for okay. No,
Okay.
employer will take this risk. And in this country, it is very strict law that everybody should be treated fairly and equally, and
Hmm.
just pursue a valid personal injury claim, he or she will not be treated differently.
All right, I got it. So I believe that's all my questions for today, and we believe that in our fourth session, we have covered a bit of personal injury claim, and definitely it's a huge area for the practitioners as well as the general people to understand. So possibly in future, we will discuss more focused area in this practice area. So with this, I believe we can end the session and thank you for joining us today.
In a summary, Joydev, I
Yeah.
would say if any victim suffered personal injury, and if their injury is genuine, and that whoever owe the duty of care to the victim, it has
Hmm.
been breached, that the victim should first take the immediate treatment. Nothing is more important than their health. This is the thing. Every client visit to our office, we always repeat these things. Take the proper treatment and immediately consult with a solicitor who has the proper knowledge in this area, and
Hmm.
they will make sure that the victim recover the compensation they deserve, and they'll look after. They don't need to worry at all. Especially, I would say, in our community, there is a kind of misconception. They think pursuing a personal injury claim is kind of stigma or dishonesty, but this is not. This is their legal right. You have suffered injury. Nobody
Definitely.
else has suffered injury. You have all the
Definitely.
right to seek independent legal advice from a solicitor and pursue the personal injury claim. So this
Right.
is all I want to say. If you have any question,
That's
ask me.
right. No, I mean that's the words I was looking from you because I was just trying to get give you the floor for the last words. I believe that's the words you wanted to say. Unless you have got anything else, then we
I
can
believe we
probably
have covered everything for the last four sessions in respect of personal injury and clinical negligence.
yeah.
If you receive any call or any query, please feel free to bring into my attention.
Yeah, definitely. Viewers, you can definitely contact Mr. Shaha in this regard for personal injury cases. And if you have got any queries, any questions, or want any advice, you can contact him in the numbers and the email given in the description. So thank you, Mr. Shah, for joining us today. And thank you all for being with us.
It's my pleasure. Thank you to you. Bye.